Hello and welcome. I'm Johnny, I'm an engineer, and you want to use TailwindUI with Next.js. TailwindUI is a paid collection of components built on top of the open source and free Tailwind CSS and headless UI libraries. Yes, you need to buy a license for copy and paste access to the code snippets, but you can still see and be inspired by all of its components. And there are a couple of freebies, including the section we'll be implementing today, so you can follow along. I've put this Figma design together using the official TailwindUI Figma assets, and we spent the last couple videos creating a new Next.js app and configuring Tailwind. So we can jump straight to it. Let's go to the terminal. All that remains is installing the headless UI dependency, which powers the interactive behavior in TailwindUI, and hero icons for icons. Going back to our app, we won't need this header anymore, and we'll be putting our new hero section around here. So let's extract this into its own component, refactor out the function body, reactify it. React components are functions that return JSX, not JSX. Move this into its own file. This is where we'll paste the example code. So let's copy and paste our React snippet from TailwindUI. Ta-da! Well, the colors don't seem quite right, because if you remember, we've been explicit with our color palette in Tailwind Content.js. The Tailwind UI examples use the indigo default color, which we haven't included. So what we need to do is switch indigo out for primary. Nice. Looks like we'll need to tweak the weights to match our design. Good to go. The new linting feature in Next.js is warning us about using vanilla image elements. We should use the image component Next provides to benefit from automatic image optimization. Let's first remove the logos. Let's switch them to just text for now until we bring in the proper logo. It's going to be an SVG, which Next doesn't support out of the box, so we'll need to do that setup in its own episode. Alright, we're left with just the one image now. Let's switch it to the one we'll actually be using. I've got it in the public directory already. Alright, let's bring in next image. Use it instead of the HTML element. Pass in the width and height, the props it wants. Sweet! We did create a button component last time. Let's use it for these buttons. Looks like our buttons will actually be anchors for now, so let's switch to the anchor element without worrying too much about it, at least for now. This is going to be an outbound link to the client's Instagram, so we need to allow for a couple extra props. Open a new window and no refer, to prevent a security vulnerability that's most dangerous when you've got user-defined links, but hey, who knows what Instagram may try to do if they were to see an opportunity to mess with our app. The other button is going to be a tap to message flow. We'll make a proper video on how to do that with a more standard contact form flow. But as an MVP, a mail to href should be enough. Yeah, nobody will like this flow, but will anybody actually use this button? If nobody gets to a flow, is it really bad? Should you optimize it? Nah, not yet. We'll have it all nice by the time people are likely to get to it. So, both buttons work as we want them, but they look the same for now. We can create different components, like a primary button and an outline button. But let's try solving this by passing a prop to a single component. Let's make our one button accept a variant prop. For now, it can be either primary or outline. Let's use that prop to apply the appropriate class. So this one is going to be a primary button, this one is outline. They've both lost any styling, so let's actually make those classes. We can turn this into our base button class, keep everything that's not color related. Let's apply our base class to a new button primary class, add the color specific stuff. Oh, right. To be able to apply this base class, we need to add it to a layer. Components layer feels appropriate. Works now. Same thing for button outline. Alright, they both look good now. Hero section, well on its way. Let's move on to this section where the client wants a cycling element. We want many superpowers to be shuffling through here, as seen on many other sites, including my own. That will also be its own video down the road. For now, let's apply some regular tailwind styling to show the first superpower. It's similar to this part of the hero, so let's copy and paste that. Center it somehow. Done. Finally, let's implement the footer. Same deal as how we started with the hero section, so you may want to pause the video and try it out yourself first. What we'll do is extract a component out, reactify into its own file, paste the TailwindUI snippet in. That's it, really. Let's use JavaScript to get the current year because we can. And we're done for now. All right, we've used TailwindUI with Next.js. We've created our own components using it. We've used our own components in it. We've used plain Tailwind CSS alongside it. I think this has been a successful video. Like and subscribe for more. And do let me know what you want the more to be. I've mentioned 3 options already. Using SVGs with Next.js, having a proper contact flow, this will include our first backend work, and creating a cycling element for the Superpowers section, as in here. We'll probably use React Spring in our implementation. So, let me know what you'd like me to cover. Could even be something else entirely. For now, let's see us out with some live coding. Get the proper copy in, tweak things as needed, who knows what will happen. See you on the other side. that wraps it up. Thanks for sticking around. I don't have anything funny to end with besides my face, but thanks a bunch for watching. I'll see you around.